DJC in the house, back on the party for the West. Oh wow,
I can just picture the mug singing that and trying to mouth the lyrics to it and get it completely wrong.
Wrong.
Well,
Yes,
we
absolutely.
may be giving him grief when we shouldn't be. He may have the same internet as Sam had previously, and it might just be lagging. He might be singing it perfectly.
He could be on the TLU internet. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Leg Up Australia podcast. Sam Wood, Nick Lloyd, and we've brought the big bear out of hibernation, DJC. He's just coming in hot, ready to tear apart the wild, wild West. Like you're like Will Smith from Thornton, aren't you, DJC?
Yep, I have been called that probably 3 or 4 times in my lifetime, to be honest. I'm not sure if someone's let you in on that info, but and my wife's bald, but where do I go from there? No, mate, I am. I've jumped on the train, and the next stop is the Railway Stakes, mate. So ready to go.
And you've had it. So for anyone that doesn't know, which you have to be living under a rock if you don't know that DJC does our WA form for members, and he went best and value and quaddie yesterday. So well done, son.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, a few of the boys got on there and said, "Well done, DJC, nice double," and no one was actually mentioning the quaddie, so I had to get on there and actually make it sound a lot better. I had to get on there and say, "I think the quaddie got up as well."
That's not like you toot your own horn. Fuck.
Oh, mate.
That's Nick. Does that sound like the DJC we know?
No, it definitely doesn't. I would expect the fans in their thousands to have let us know. But,
I can't believe it. No bang bangs.
The abuse I get in my home is I try to just make sure that when I do something right, the only pats on the back I get is off myself. So
yeah, that's fair enough. You probably do more wrong than right at home, let's be honest with you. The members have had an absolute fill up the last couple of days. Obviously you're the main event, DJC, but Blake's been potting away in the background. I think he's gone 4 from 5 the last 3 days?
yeah.
So he is just like, we give it a plug. Obviously, it's what keeps the lights on here at the Leg Up, but far out, he has genuinely had a couple of big days.
Plus 200 units for the month, and there's still a week to go.
I think one bloke yesterday did he have $1,000 on that Atlantic Ocean? 2,000, 13,000.
Anyway, bet big, whatever. Bet what you mean.
Bet responsibly.
Bet responsibly, but yeah, he's definitely in rare air. But that is, we'll have to hit him up. Like, let's get to the end of the year and then let's go through the story of members only, because we were down. I think we were down 209 or something at one point in the year. So it's been a journey, man. Like a proper journey. So it's been so much fucking fun. So that was awesome the last couple of days. And Nicky boy, you're on bed rest, mate. You've done the knee.
Yep, knee's gone, mate. The t-shirts are on order. You don't need knees to punt. So that's exciting. I wish I did it. Oh, I'm glad I did it at touch and not netball.
It's a much better story. I did it footy.
Yeah, I did it at footy. I'll just leave the touch out even.
Yeah.
I went 95 metres and stood in a pothole.
We heard the story about this try in the green room. It's the biggest bullshit story I've ever heard.
Hey, actually, I wish it was almost, because we ended up tying, and it would have been the match winner. The intercept on the defensive line and the full length tried to win the game, but tried to step the fullback and went us up. So
you said they're not a bad team. Reece Walsh, Jordan Rickey, Katoni Staggs, and
it was actually
really stepped Walshy.
Yeah, that's right. It was Reece Walsh passing it to Herbie Farnworth, and I've sort of batted it down and caught it and gone with full length.
I heard when they tied. So I heard when they went off, they think, fuck, lucky that bloke did his knee. Otherwise, we would have done.
The comeback was on with me out on the park. So.
Mate, I just want to know what was the carry on like after it? Was it a ringing ambulance? Was it a slow crawl off? Was there a carry off? Like, how was it? Was it a bit of a get up, go a little bit, then drop?
No, I did. That was the end of my game. If you had me in a same game multi, you'd be refunded that leg. But it was sort of just sat there for a little bit and then just got up and sort of hobbled off, and then that was me on the sidelines for the rest of the game. But
see, I would have just got straight onto the ambo.
I did sit there and I stuck the arms out for the Medicab, but
Where were you playing last night?
Fairfield.
Far out. I heard they heard the crying in Chermside. Far out, mate.
Yeah.
Bit of a Brisbane joke for people out there listening, our Queensland listeners.
Chermside.
Hey, DJC, is the drive-through, is the restaurant still closed at McDonald's and KFC?
That's open, mate.
Oh, they're back open.
Titan went there last night. George took Tidy, wanted to go check out the new playground, and was there for about 2.5 seconds before. Apparently, it's a bit hairy for the younger kids. The new
Playground?
It's a bit scary. Apparently, it's a bit steep and a bit how you going. So I'm going to head up there tomorrow. Just by myself, to be honest. Yeah, see how I go.
We'll read on the news at Thornton McDonald's. There's a
bloke stuck in the slide.
Man stuck in the slide eating a McFlurry.
Well, that happened last time. So every time I go now, I usually take a heap of Vaso.
His one request is that people just keep sliding nuggets down from the top of the slide just to keep in. It's like one of those stories. Was it Stuart Diver or whatever? Oh, far out. Well, mate, you better be don't get stuck. The members will be relying on you this weekend as we head to WA. We've got the Railway Stakes, we've got the WA Guineas this week, which we'll cover tonight. But before we do that, let's get stuck into the Gong, because one of my horses, Osipenko, is top of the betting here at $3.50. This is race 7 at Kembla Grange, the standout meeting for New South Wales this weekend. The standalone at Kembla Grange for the Gong and what's the other one we were just talking about?
The Warra.
Oh, the Warra. We might give the Warra a swing, boys. We've only got an hour. Osipenko, $3.50. Let me just refresh the app because I just want to get the up-to-date Dabble prices. Osipenko is $3.20. Okay, a bit of money's come for it. Detonated Jack, $5.50. Waterford at $7.50. Cepheus, $8. Spangler, $12. Surf Dancer, $14. It goes on and on and on and on. This race could be something. It could be nothing. But DJC, well, let's start with Nick. We'll start with you, and then DJC could just pot you.
Okay, good. That's pretty standard. Osipenko is the best horse in the race. There's no doubting that. I don't think he's a Group 1 winner in waiting.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'm waiting for the but.
Yeah, there's a but, and I love him. Like I backed him in a lot of races, in better races than this. So if he's right, he'll win. But he was scratched sort of the day before the Golden Eagle with a bit of an issue. Had been back to the trials then. He was going to run in the Sir Rupert Clark last week at Group 1, and then they didn't accept, and now they pop up here. So I'm just wondering if there's something going on in the background that we're not fully, aware of.
Blinker's back on this run too, so it could just be a head case at the moment.
Yeah, I definitely like that for him. But one that's a bit of odds, and people might look at me funnily here, and rightly so. I know that the buzz cut does get some looks. And this horse has been completely legless since its last win. But the Randwick Guineas win a communist for the Michael Friedman camp. Rachel King goes on board. This horse had been doing absolutely nothing all prep. It raced in like a tramway, got beat a fairway, racing an Epsom, got beat 6 lengths. But then last start in the Golden Eagle, he got caught 3 and 4 wide down the side. Had to do a lot of work. He was a 200-to-1 shot that day, and he only got beat 2.5 lengths. So it's a lot better run in a better race than this. Barrier 5, he's going to be, if he doesn't, he's not going to lead, but he's going to be pretty much box seat, I think, or sort of 2 pairs back on the fence. And if he can run up to what he did last time in that Golden Eagle, he won't have to improve too much, I don't think, to be competitive here, 4th up.
He's definitely been very average this prep, so would have to kind of have an absolute birthday.
Yeah, he definitely would, but I just thought he had not much go his way last start in a $10 million race, and it was the best run he'd put in all prep. So back to a race like this, like
there's only 2.5 lengths off him.
Well, that's right. Like he was sort of and I actually thought he picked up a little bit on the line. So what is he, $18 or something around around that
Yeah,
price.
worth a little spec at
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, you got one of the best jockeys in the country on board too. Let's not
She's
forget
flying.
that.
She's flying, Rachel.
She is flying our Rachel. But yeah, well, that's nice. That's a nice little 18. Yeah,
Yeah.
why not?
She's Group 1 winner at the mile.
Yeah, you're not a. You can't say you're a bad horse when you got 1.2 million in prize money. So,
That's right.
all right, big dog. What do you got for us in the Gong?
Mate, the Gong. I think Spangler will run a great race at double figure odds, but
Spangler.
mate, I am fair on the Aussie Penco train. The 2 starts back was third behind Alligator Blood and Brightside in the Group 1 Mackay. Then obviously was well supported in the Caulfield, $7.50. I think it jumped
run
at.
too that in the Mackay Diva Stakes, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was an absolute beauty. It was only 1 or 2 lengths off him in the end, I think.
Then I think it jumped $7 in the Caulfield Cup, obviously, which was won by Without a Fight, who then obviously went on to win the Melbourne Cup. This race looks easier, much easier than those assignments. It's been able to keep its fitness up. It's had a bit of a trial in between just to keep the legs going over. That was actually the trial with Iona Merck, who looked absolutely unbelievable. And obviously, J-Mac in the saddle. I think if the right run presents, down that straight, I think Aussie Panko could give these absolute wind burn.
It's hard to argue, isn't it? It really is.
Yeah.
Where's he going to settle, Osipenko? Where's he going to
That's
go? He's going to be right in the guts, isn't he?
I think so. He could be, but yeah, just barrier 10. It'll be interesting to see where he gets to. Like, obviously, this has got to be the grand final. Well, maybe not grand final, but it's got to be the last run of the prep. So they've got to be a little
Well, this is almost like a novelty prize, isn't it, for Aussie Panko? Like, you can't tell me this is what it was looking for at the start of its prep. And I think this is just going to be like, well, we go to this, we should win, give the owners something good to finish the prep on with.
Don't change stables, please.
But what I'm just trying to think, Kembla Grange track wise, like it's a pretty wide track, a lot of room to I guess to get in, but
big
find a clear run.
Yeah, if he's good enough, he'll win. Yeah,
Fuck, there's a lot of horses in this race. Yeah, there's a lot to kind of contend with over a mile here. Do you know what I mean? Like it is wide enough, and there is a big straight, but. Yeah, you kind of want to be showing some closing speed. I'd see Detonator Jack would be there. You're right, DJC. I think Spangler could map well here. It'll be probably fairly average pace.
Spangler was unreal last start. I think Blakey was against it. What race was that? Was that on Cup Day?
Yeah, the little dance, wasn't it?
Yeah. Tommy Berry was on that day, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and bloody... That was I got the mail, remember? I got the Spangler mail, but...
Yeah, and you didn't back it.
Remembers.
Yeah,
Look,
it's just...
Osipenko hard to beat. I like all three of those. I wouldn't mind having a little treble there, or a little trifecta, sorry. And I wouldn't mind putting... I know this is going to come from left field, but I don't mind Surf Dancer as well.
Yeah, I was just looking at Surf Dancer.
There,
is that the one that absolutely pulled our pants down, Nick, in that all-in market? What an absolute stitch up!
We were on it in the Archer, the slot race in Rocky at I think $51.
Yeah,
that's right. That was it.
Yeah, it started $8, and apparently I think it got up there and it wasn't eating its feed, and everything went wrong. Everything that could go wrong did go wrong for the week it was in Rocky. And I think it drew wide from memory and it tailed off and finished last. Then it came out the next start in a Group 3 in Brisbane and won at 40. So
yeah. I think it actually won it pretty much. I thought it was the same price that we got on. Well, it might have been the same price I got on for futures, because that's what really kicked me in the guts when it won. It was the exact same price that I got the futures bet on 2 starts previously.
Yeah,
follow that shit, baby. But yeah, I don't mind. This is going to be a great race, actually. But I'm going to lock in Osipenko.
Yeah.
Locked in multi.
The big O.
The big O. Come on, Aussie. It can't be Aussie. That's Osmosis. Aussie. Aussie.
One's Aussie. One's Aussie.
Yeah. I'll see you, Aussie.
I'll see you.
I'll see you later. Here we go. Just ignore all those noises, guys. All right, let's head to the WA Guineas race 7 on the card over there at Ascot. This will be at about fucking 8:30 at night. I'll be asleep by then.
No, bullcrap. You'll be on the Maitland margaritas.
Oh, mate, I'm on the vodka sodas at the moment. I need to lose some weight. The big fella's blowing up just this side of Christmas. The silly season started a little too early and got a little too silly. And speaking of that, punters, if you're listening to this and you're in the Central New South Wales region next Friday, come and have a beer with me and Patrick Allendorf for Mudgee Cup Day. We'll be at the Calcutta in 1 week's time. We'll be there. We'll be in exactly 1 week's time. Pat and I'll be at the Calcutta, and we're doing a preview in the Vines. Listen to this, boy. Preview in the Vines about our Mudgee Cup tips. Then off to a winery, and then off to the Calcutta.
Yeah, wow.
Nick, lucky we didn't book your flight.
Lucky.
That would have been a tough squeezing you into the Jetstar flight with the full leg brace.
Sure,
So is Blakey not going?
Nah, it's too long. It's Thursday to Sunday.
And what about Hilda or anyone? Hilda will be there, will he?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's get in this race, WA Guineas. Yeah. We got 2 at the top of the market here. Super Schmink, $2.90, and Keshi Boom at $2.90. Zip Away, $8. Investment Strategy at 10s. Autumn Rebel at 15s. Cosmic Crusader 16s. They just go on and on and on and on. It's going to be a tough race to call as well because half the silks look the same. It's just but it's the different Parnhams. It's it's Parnham, Grant Alicia, Grant Alana Williams. Sorry, they're out on their own now, aren't they? Or what was the story there? So they were training purely for Peters, and then they've gone out on their own now, haven't they?
No, so they also had other horses, but it was mainly Bob Peters. I think had all of his horses with them, and then Alana's name came off the race book for a while, and it was just Grant. And I believe that might have been due to the COVID vaccine. Alana wasn't going to get it, and therefore couldn't be a licensed trainer in WA. So that's why when William Pike came over to the Eastern Seaboard that time, so Alana I think wasn't training officially, but now Grant and Alana are back training together and not training for Bob Peters anymore.
Yeah, right. Okay, I kind of half heard him say that they had a sort of start again in a way.
But the Peters colours, like the pink, were they his colours?
Yeah, Cosmic Crusader in this race is his colours.
Yeah, but that's spread out across a few different trainers now, isn't it? It's not just the one, because I think there's what's that one there, Donna Riordan, and then I think there's maybe a Japanese fella that's got a fair few of them too.
Yeah, right. And there's Jim Leake Jr. in Victoria's got them. So they're all over the shop. The dynasty, I think, is over.
Right. Okay.
The recent White, like he used to dominate the railway. Like he'd have 4 or 5 horses in it.
I think the railway last year was won by Peter's horse, wasn't it?
No,
year before. I tell you what, the Keshi Boom. Tell me one of yours is with it.
I know one will be. It's not me.
Who? Nick, you with Keshi Boom?
No, I'm not. But she could be very, very smart. Well, she is very smart, and if she wins, I'm certainly not going to be surprised. She was dominating that Champion Fillies last start. I'm very keen to be against Super Smink. She was really good as a 2-year-old, and it's interesting. She profiles very similarly to Amelia's Jewel. So, as a 2-year-old, Amelia's Jewel won the Karrakatta Plate in good style, which is what Super Smink did.
Yeah.
And then returning as a 3-year-old, I believe they both won the Belgravia at Ascot, and then they both got beaten as an odds-on favourite in the Burgess Queen on Melbourne.
Really?
Yeah, and then Amelia's Jewel went to the WA Guineas. She bounced back and she won. So if Super Smink wins, you could say Amelia's Jewel 2.0, but she's by Super 1. So if she runs a mile down a well, I'll be shocked. I'm with the boys. I think one of the boys will win, and that's Zip Away.
No.
He's by playing God, who is a WA Guineas winner himself. He also won a Northerly. But this horse, he was dominant first and second up. He beat Investment Strategy there the other day, and then Investment Strategy turned the tables on him in the Faritha. But yeah, the weights there, I think Investment Strategy carried 54 and Zip Away had to carry 55 and a half, and now they meet on set weights. And Zip Away had superior closing sectionals at the end of 1400. So up to a mile, barrier 4, Stevie Parnham on board for his old boy. I think Zip Away is the horse to beat.
DJC. None of you, if you aren't saying Keshi Boom, I don't know how we can lock in a winner of this race. But do your best, DJC.
Mate, this is a 2-horse race, and they're both down the bottom, Super Spink and Keshi Boom. I'm with Super. I know that Keshi got the win last start against it, but I think
Gave it Windburn, mate.
Yeah,
Have
that's
you not
what
watched that replay.
Yeah, I did, but I think
Out.
I think the Smink will bounce back.
You got to open your eyes when you're watching replays, mate.
Mate, I think it'll bounce back. I think I've been on Super Spink every start other than one when I was on Ripcord, and Ripcord came third in that race. And as we know, if you watched the races last week in Western Australia, Ripcord won the feature, Nick, against what was the red hot favourite?
Oscar's Fortune.
Oscar's Fortune, and Ripcord absolutely flew. And even
$1.50 fave last start, Super Smink, and Keshi Boom.
That was Melbourne Cup Day, and I had a fair whack.
On Keshi.
No, on Super Smink.
Yeah.
Let me see what time this would have been.
It'll bounce back and it'll win. Super Smink for me. Keshi Boom will run the Quinella, and then you can then you throw in Investment Strategy and Zip Away in your top 4.
Super Smink will be in the Quinella until about the 400, and then she'll just be like wall hitting it.
No, it'll get a peach in barrier 3. Keshi Boom's drawn a fair bit wider. I think Chrissy Parnham, he'll look at the race previously, what happened last start, and he goes, well, I've got to do something a little bit different there, because they obviously last start he would have thought, I've got this easy, $1.50. Don't need to do this, don't need to do that. I can just go out there and do this. But Keshi Boom was too good on that day, and I think that they'll right their wrongs.
Boom! I will say this. Boom is bomb-proof. I think Keshi Boom is... usually I lock one of your selections in, but there's only 2 of us here today, so I'm having a say. But it's like that start in the what you just said is the Burgess Queen Stakes.
Yeah, back.
Yeah, like it was. It began weird. Like it kind of, I don't know if it missed the jump or it kind of jumped and leant in, but it began quite awkwardly, and then held up coming into the turn as it's come up to straighten up, and still got out there and still won by 1.3 lengths. Like it. Look, I know we're talking about a listed race in Ascot, 2 weeks prior to the carnival starting here, but then to come out and it was clear 100 to go and just got out of the traffic and just it's and we're just forgetting it's the Wizard of the West is on board and Pike's in great form.
Yes,
isn't he? Right. He's in good form, isn't he? Let me have a look.
Yeah, he's going on.
Yeah. He got us home in what was he on last night? Was it last night to get us home?
Yeah. Well, what's he gone last?
Stormy Tawny.
He's actually on my best bet of the day too on Saturday at Ascot.
There you go.
Casino 17.
13 winners from his last 50 yards.
Yeah, take that.
Yep, he's going well.
What's that? 13.50. 23%, 26%.
Yeah. Something like that, 26, yep. A little stat too for the stats people on Grant and Alana Williams runners, fillies that have won the Guineas. So they've done it a couple of times and a couple of very, very good fillies too at that. Treasured Star probably not in the same category as the other 2, but Arcadia Queen and Perfect Jewel. And Arcadia Queen, they did the same thing. They backed up after the Champions fillies and went to the WA Guineas and won. So They don't back up their horses often out of that WA Guineas, but when they have, they've been winning the Guineas.
I hope it's a master stroke and they've decided that that's. I mean, I love stuff on the short back up anyway, but DJC, I'm a prick, aren't I?
No, mate, you go for it.
I get you on the show to do the WA and the first lock in for.
You just don't.
I've locked in my own selection.
I just don't want you to get the shits when this race is finished, and I'll ring you at 11:15 straight after it's finished at
I'll
night.
Get back up for the next day.
I fucking told you so.
Oh shit!
The only reason I was against Keshi is because they reckon after like 8:30 p.m. it just doesn't want to race. So, and Super Smink just loves it. Like it's like a night owl.
He's a night owl. He's nocturnal, that horse.
Yeah, like that's why Melbourne Cup Day. I think it was in a bit of an early race. I think Super Smink was about race 3 or 4, possibly. And he was just like, fuck this. Like, where's the lights?
So just so you know, Perth, it's on a different time zone to where you live, so it won't be under lights. It'll be just during the day. So none of what you just said stacks up, but I love it. I love
the 9 o'clock here is still what, 6 or 7 there.
Yeah, 5 or 6.
I think it's only.
I think it'd still be daylight until.
It'll still be daylight.
It'd be that little, like the dusk, like the.
I wouldn't even think it would be that. I would suggest it's.
But it sounded good.
Yeah, good in theory. Oh, actually, no. Even the theory wasn't quite there.
No, it wasn't good in theory. All right, let's get on to the Railway Stakes. Tuvalu and Alsafina are currently joint favourites at $4.60 on Dabble. Roots at $5.50 with Tommy Berry on board. Bustler at 10, Carly Karma, Maraschino, and Forgot You at $16. Nick, start with you. Who wins the Railway Stakes and why?
Good question. I'll say that much. One of the locals, I think, can get the job done, and that is number 14, Search and Rocks.
Oh,
yeah.
Didn't think you were going there.
No, neither did I. But amazing what a futures ticket can do.
Here we go.
And how many of them have turned out?
In fact, they didn't need any. They didn't actually need any mache for the plaster for Nick's leg. They just pasted all the futures tickets together. He's got a full groin to toe cast from it, and that's just this spring carnival.
I was going to say, if he fucking put those futures tickets in that pothole, he'd be right.
Yeah, he would have just gone straight over. He would have tripped over it.
Would have hit him in the head.
Yeah. Search and Rocks, number 14 at $41 on Dabble.
Wow. She was a good first up winner, I thought, at Belmont. Enlisted company there. She carried 55 that day. And they gave her a little tick over trial. And she went around in that race on Derby Day, the Asian Bow, Group 3. Yeah. Carried 55 there. She started $4.20. So she went around well back $3 favourite first up. And then she started $4.20 in that race, the Asian Bow. Elsafina, who your current favourite, or one of your equal favourites, I think, in the railway, started $2.10 favourite in that race, got beaten. And that was the day that Maraschino at 100-1 just completely controlled things, and they went out at a dawdle, and he just managed to kick and win, and nothing really made ground. So I'm happy to forgive Search and Rocks for that run. She now gets back to Ascot, where she's won 3 times at the track. She'll be a little bit fitter third up. Up to the mile is going to suit her. Barrier 5 down on the minimum with 53. She's just going to get a really cushy run, sort of handy to the speed. And I don't think DJC, you might have a bit more of an idea, but I don't really think there's a great deal of tempo. So she's just going to get a really nice cushy run in behind them. And if she can get out at the right time, I think she'll be in the finish somewhere at a big price.
Look, I'm not saying I like this tip, but you do have a look back here, and so it's won a listed race. Mm-hmm. It's placed another listed race. It's run 3 lengths off Amelia's Jewel.
Yeah, she ran
3 lengths off
last year. Yeah,
Kingston Town with Regal Power, Western Empire, Kissing All 4 Cheeks. Look, like I said, I don't like it. Yeah, another listed, won a Group 3. Yeah. Peter Stakes. Like you're right. Like what are we What are we missing to bring in the $41 price tag to it?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
It was from looking at this here, it was
Yeah.
a tough run last start, like almost like a forgivable run. Looking at it now, and
That's right. If you put, I just think when you've got she's gone around. So basically, that last start, you're saying El Safina was a 50% chance of winning that race, and Search and Rocks was a 25% chance of winning it. And just going off, your market percentages. And now you're saying that El Safina is a 25% chance of winning the race, and Search and Rocks is what a 0.6% chance.
Yeah,
it just doesn't.
It's not.
Just doesn't
It's
add up.
not.
I can't have it that big of a price. Like I'd have it closer to $15 or something.
Yeah, well, like more closer to Maraschino's price. Yeah, so let's see, like $13 or $14.
Yeah.
So figure run last start and noses through on winning a listed race as a fave, and 2 months ago.
Yeah,
I like it.
There's a method to my madness sometimes.
I like it. I think you're just finding something that other people aren't finding. All right, DJC, what do you?
Got to catch the mug,
Oh, you got to catch him. Oh, okay, yeah, because of our Group 1.
Yeah.
DJC, who you like it?
Mate, was very, very close here to backing the Eastern Raider Roots. What was the price of that? Sorry, Sam, Roots?
Let me just bring it up for you, mate.
This is going to be a joke.
$5.50.
Yeah.
Very, very hard to turn down a Root at $5.50. Who was absolutely brilliant last start in the Group 2, Hot Danish. But, mate, I'll be with the local. What?
Nick even said this is going to be a joke, and it's still delivered. Well done.
Mate, I'm hot and heavy on the local here, our Safina.
Oh, yes. That's what I like to hear.
This is its grand final. This is what it was set out for. This is, it's had 2 very nice efforts leading into this. Pike retains the ride. 3 from 3 over the distance. I think it's 6 from 8 at the track. The blinkers go on. She drops sharply in weight. The Wizard's going to be looking to settle her midfield, make a move before the turn. From there, mate, if it gets the opportunity to go through the gears, they will struggle to hold her out. You can just hear it now. It'll just be making its move. Here comes Pike on Al Safina. Yes! Bang.
Look, I like this horse. I like this horse, and I think it'll win. Like, this is the bet I'm going to have. But the market spat her out last start, and
You got it right.
Yes. Not by much.
Mate, it got beat by 100 to 1 shot. An absolute. That was you can't look at that.
So
last 2 starts, it's got beaten by 100 to 1 shot.
What was the last one before that?
Maraschino.
Yeah, Maraschino was 100 to 1.
Oh, Mojo Rhythm beaten on Saturday.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Mojo Rhythm as well. Yeah, no,
it was 20 to 1.
21, less than half a length. But this is its grand final. This is what they've set out for, I reckon. Those 2 little runs there, they're just little blow the cobwebs out. This is what we'll do. Pikey will just go, righto, this is my town. This is my pubs that you're all going to be drinking at later. These are all my women that are in the crowd. This is my race. They call me the Wizard. They don't call me the Wizard for nothing.
DJC, just very quickly, out of curiosity, there's 3 Group 1 races in Perth each calendar year, right? You've got one over 1,600, then you've got a sprint over 1,200, the Winterbottom, and then you've got the Northerly over 1,800. Out of the 19 horses here, 17 of them are locally trained. Do you think that this would be a lot of their grand finals?
He's gone with the local hope here.
But you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, definitely.
I'm not saying it's not also.
But I think there's a lot of horses probably in here to try and maybe win a bit of more prize money than they're used to. But I think our Safina is here to win.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, no one's really talked about. Tavalu, what is that? Could that just take up the running and be too good?
Yeah, well, that alligator blood form's got to be.
Yeah.
And it would be peak fitness. Barrier 4, Jay Carr, who's back to some may say her best. Its last 4 starts, a 4th, a 3rd, a 2nd, a 3rd. It's been in and around the money. That could easily, $4.60. I guess that's why it's the favourite. But not a lot of people are talking about it. I know that I think Blakey likes Roots, doesn't he? He was on it last start.
Yeah, I think
he loves them.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, the horse. Yeah, he likes the horse too. I don't know.
If I was going to pick a roughie, I think the Bustler's not a bad horse, but I think, mate, I just think this is.
Tip.
I just think
want to
this
go
is
back to that,
pikey.
what you're saying about Tuvalu. People kind of forgetting that, and that could be the case. 12 months ago, it's winning a what was it, Turak?
Yep.
Yeah, it won the Turak.
He started $7 2 starts ago. He got beaten a length by Alligator Blood, and Jewis ran third. Like, realistically, if Alligator Blood pops up here, what price is he to win by a length or more?
Fucking $1.40.
Yeah.
He'd be odds on in the race.
Yeah,
he
would be,
If you were going to back him to win by margin betting,
yeah,
I'd reckon, win by a length or more. I'd be happy to take $2.20.
$2.50, yeah, $2.20.
Yeah.
But
I don't like it either. I like the local thing as well. I like El Safina. I like the only thing that I will say will go against Tuvalu is history. So 13 of the past 15 winners have had 53.5 or less. Lucky Gray won his second railway with 58 kilos in 2013. And that was he was the only winner of the metric era to carry more than 56.5. So what's the metric era? 30 years? So you got to look at lightweights with races like this. You got to look at locals. So
this is going to be a classic.
non-WA stables. It's not with the WA stables, is it? It's still with Smith, isn't it? Down at
Lindsay
Smith down at.
I think Warrnambool.
Yeah. So non-WA stables have won the race 3 times this century. So 24 years. I think it is a horse that people are just missing, but what's history? History can kind of be changed like that. So
yeah, that's right. No horse had won both Caulfield and Melbourne Cup in 20 years, and without a fight does it this year. It's not like it's the same.
It's not like it can't happen.
No, that's right.
Yeah.
As I say, records are made to be broken, but I just
they say that, don't they?
This is just going to be one of those Pike classics where he just gets the run at the right time, just trounces over the top of them.
Well, in saying that, it's still going in the multi as a place because I think this is the wider open of the 3 races. 10 to agree, Nick?
Oh, definitely. The handicap Group 1 should always be the widest open race. Really.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it makes sense, doesn't it? Didn't really need to say it, did it?
No, you didn't. But you walked into that one. But,
yeah.
But no, definitely. And look, I wouldn't expect anything else for it to go in the multi. We do 3 races and put 3 favourites in there. Nice.
Did we?
One of the favourites plays.
Osipenko.
Please, one of the favourites.
Keshi Boom's favourite, isn't she?
Keshi Boom is...
She's not favourite now.
Shithole's 80 favourite.
Oh, right, okay.
She'll start favourite.
Osipenko win, Keshi Boom win, El Safina place. That is...
You'll get over double figures for that, surely.
$17.64. I'm just doing my rocket.
That's unreal.
Hold on, guys. I'm doing my rocket.
Doing your rocket.
I'm doing a rocket. 3, 2, 1. In my head, I like to count to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I stopped it at 24 and it would have been 28.
That's not bad.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, great rocket.
Do we want any best bets, mate? Or we not?
Mate, you'll be here all night. I've got to go to my family.
All good.
Put them up on the page, mate. They'll be in members only. Your best, your value, they'll be in members only. We're going to have DJC right through to, I think it's like the 13th of December. You boys will be without me next week because
I think DJC can't do next week, can you?
Oh,
I'm in Perth next week, and I can't even go to the races.
They've flown you over and won't let you in.
Can't even go to the. What's next week? Is next week's? That's not the winner bottom next week, is it?
No, you might be right. There might actually be a week in between.
Oh, do they have the zipping?
No, the 2nd of December. That's the winner bottom next week, and then the Northerly the week after, then the Gold Rush the week after that.
Yeah, okay. Well, DJC and I won't be away. We'll be away next week, so I don't know who you're going to rope in, Nick.
maybe I'll just do it by myself.
Fuck, imagine what odds would we get getting Blake
Come on.
a WA
Come on.
podcast? Oh, here we go. He's watching.
Spicy legend, Nick.
Good man.
What'd you do?
Back to winner.
Back to winner.
Just in the group chat.
I didn't put it on me thing because I thought it was racing tomorrow. Thought it was coming out of today, and I was going to back it tomorrow.
You tipped it to Nick early, and he just ignores you, doesn't he?
No, he was pretty keen on it, but I was going to tip it to you, but you were just like frozen.
I had it in my numbers tomorrow. Yeah.
Jag Guntham Chester.
Oh, sex on legs.
Do you want
to switch,
mate? You've obviously put it on tips and slips, but if no one sees it, did you want to throw something on the potty about what the big news or what?
Pungo.
Bungo.
We got a horse. We're going to race it. It's going to win. And it's going to be a Saturday great horse up here in Queensland. It's going to
I can't
win.
No promises, but it'll probably win the Stradbroke.
It could win the Stradbroke. In fact, hey, I'll tell you a funny story.
Is there a market yet?
Unfortunately.
We just need to get the name in the owner's book before Nick can call up. But I had, as you guys, a lot of you guys will know, Heckers, who's a long-term member of the Leg Up members only, and he called me last night asking about the horse, and he kind of came up a little bit too quickly for him, and he called me and he's like, "Oh, tell me more about this horse. I've got to get it past the money's there. I just got to get the Minister of Finance to sign off on it and things like that." I can hear the kids in the background. I said, "Have you got the kids in the background? Have you? Are you solo daddying tonight?" He goes, Yeah. I said, "Chuck me on speaker." He's like, "Oh, yeah, okay, hold on. But, I just want to talk about this horse because I'm really not sure." And I said, "Just chuck me on speaker." He chucks me on speaker. I go, "Kids, who wants a horsey? Daddy buy a horse?" And they're like, "Yeah, horsey." So he didn't buy it, so he's disappointed the kids for Christmas.
I think Heckers also said that at Hollywood's one night.
What's a horsey?
Still can't find that Band-Aid.
Yeah. So Pungo. It's a good horse.
So what do they got to do if there's not much left, is there?
No, it's about to go on tip and slips now. So we're in a horse. The Leg Up crew are in a horse. It's come from Walla. We're going to bring it up here. We're going to give it to Campo. This style of horse and what he can do with tried horses and the history of this horse work right into Campo's wheelhouse, and I think we will see a return very, very soon. I think we're going to have a lot. I don't think it'll be a long time with this horse. I don't know. I don't think we'll have it for a long time, but I think we're going to have a hell of a good time with it. We're doing it with the Strong Bloodstock boys, and they're good. They're really, really good because they do fixed rates. So it's not like I was even talking to someone today about his horse that ran this week, and he was just showing just the price on top to get it to the different track and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, far out. Like if you didn't budget for that extra $5,000 between your crew, like if you own 10%, there's an extra 500 you didn't really think of right there. That's why I think the fixed rate's definitely the way to go with all racehorses.
Mate, sorry to break it to you. It's put on tips and slips 46 minutes ago.
Oh, okay. So I don't.
And what a write up! Must have been BJ, I think, with the how that write up has been written.
Yes, it's BJ for sure. So
looks unreal.
Okay.
No, I'm very excited. Very excited.
Get involved. He'll be winning. He'll be winning races.
Get involved. All right, punters, that's it for us, and good luck this weekend. The locked in multi will be up on the Leg Up on the Dabble app, and we'll go from there.
Yep.
All right.
Hooroo.